Hey everyone! Today, we're going to dive into a tool that could totally change the way you manage your Linux servers. It's called Cockpit, and it's basically a powerful web dashboard that puts server admin right inside your browser.
So, if you've ever worked with a Linux server, you know the command line is king, right? But let's be real. Trying to remember all those commands just to see how your system is doing, it can feel like a pop quiz you never studied for.
But what if you could get all the power of the command line, but with the simplicity of a graphical interface? Well, that's exactly what we're about to get into.
All right, so let's pull back the curtain on this thing. Cockpit. It's a super simple but seriously powerful web interface that's designed to make managing your server way more efficient and, honestly, a lot less intimidating.
At its heart, Cockpit is pretty much a graphical front end for your Linux machine. You can think of it like a live window into your server's health, letting you do all your admin tasks without having to live in a terminal 24/7.
And man, it is packed with features. You've got a clean web GUI, real-time performance charts, you can manage multiple servers from one place, and it even has tools for containers. But here's the really important part. It hooks directly into systemd, which is the brain of modern Linux systems. So this isn't just some pretty dashboard. You're actually interacting with the core of your server.
You know, one of the smartest things about Cockpit is how it runs. It uses something called socket activation. So instead of having this thing running in the background all the time, eating up your RAM, Cockpit only wakes up and starts when you actually open it in your browser. This makes it super lightweight and secure. It's not even running unless you need it to be.
So, you're probably wondering, how do I get this? Well, the setup is way easier than you might think. Let's just walk through it. You can seriously have this up and running in a few minutes.
Okay, first up, you just install the package. If you're on a Red Hat-based system like Fedora or CentOS, it's just a simple DNF install. Now, pay attention to this next part because it's key. You enable the socket, not the service itself. That little "-now" flag fires it up right away. And then you can just check the status to make sure it's up and listening for you. Of course, for you to actually reach Cockpit from your browser, we need to open a hole in the firewall. And the best part is that Firewall already knows what Cockpit is. You just tell it to add the Cockpit service. No need to even remember the port number, and then you just reload the firewall. Done.
And in case you were wondering, that magic port number is 9090. Just keep that number in your head for when we're ready to connect.
All right, last step, I promise. First, find your server's IP address. The IPA command will tell you what you need. Then, just pop open a web browser and type in https:// your server's IP, a colon, and then our magic number, 9090. Now, your browser's going to throw a fit about a self-signed certificate. That's totally normal. Just click through it and then log in with the same username and password you used to SSH into the box. It's really that easy.
The moment you log in, boom, you're looking at the dashboard. I like to think of this as mission control for your server.
Seriously, this thing gives you a complete snapshot of your system's health and what it's up to all in one place. Everything you'd want for a quick check-in is right there.
And let's talk about what you can actually do here. You get a full-blown terminal right in your browser, which is awesome. You can start and stop services, dig through system logs, manage user accounts, all with a few clicks. You can even get into the nitty-gritty of networking and storage, like managing LVM, which helps you handle your disk space way more flexibly. It's all right here.
But wait, it gets better. This is the real game changer for me. If you have Cockpit on more than one server, you can add all of them to a single dashboard. That means you can just hop between your machines, managing your entire setup all from one browser tab. It's just so efficient.
Okay, so a tool this powerful, one that gives you this much control over your server, well, we need to talk about how to use it safely and smartly. The rules here are pretty much common sense. On the do list, definitely use strong passwords, use your firewall to control who can even get to the login page, and keep your system updated. And the don'ts are even more important. Whatever you do, do not expose Cockpit directly to the internet. Also, avoid using the root account for everything, and for goodness sakes, keep HTTPS enabled. So if there's one thing you remember, make it this golden rule. Treat Cockpit with the same respect you'd give SSH. It's a remote management tool. Lock it down with a firewall, and never ever just stick it on the public internet without something extra like a reverse proxy to protect it.
Whew, we've covered a ton of ground. So let's just do a quick recap of the most important stuff to take with you. Here are the essential commands all in one spot. Consider this your personal cheat sheet. These 4 lines are pretty much all it takes to go from a standard server to having this awesome management dashboard ready to go. So where do you go from here?
Look, the best way to learn this stuff is to get your hands dirty. Fire up a test server and install Cockpit. Click on Everything. Go explore the logs, storage, and networking sections. If you have another machine, try out that multi-server feature. And if you're feeling adventurous, look into how to secure it with a reverse proxy. That's a great little project.
And that about wraps it up. We've seen how Cockpit can make server management so much more visual and accessible. So I'll just leave you with one final question to think about. Now that you've got this dashboard for your server, what's the very first admin task you're going to simplify?